What's up, my Mind Your Money business folks? It's me yet again with another video. Today's stock market news. And as always, hopefully you're in the market and not trying to time the market. Yeah, I'm giving out a little bit more. Well, not a little bit more, but I'm giving out a little energy. I'm trying to. Either way, I'm tired. I was up late. I had to pick up my manager from the airport. Not that you know who he is, but yeah. I was up late. Got about 4 or 5 hours of sleep. So now I'm up. Anyway, the Dow rebounds nearly 600 points and wipes out Friday's losses. The S&P 500 ends 4-day losing run. Hold on for a second. I had to get something for my coffee. I'm trying to wake myself up. Hopefully you guys are having a blessed day, blessed week, blessed year. You know, nothing but blessings upon you and your family. So let's get into the news. It says stocks jumped on Monday as investors clawed back the steep losses seen in the previous session that were sparked by concerns over the U.S. economy and a new round of tariffs from Trump's administration. Like, I got all of my money back from those losses and some. That's why I am happy to be in the market and not time it. So it says here it also says the Dow Jones Industrial Average soared 1.34% to wipe out Friday's big sell-off. The S&P 500 advanced 1.47%, snapping a 4-day losing run and posting its best session since May. And the Nasdaq surged 1.95%. Today is sort of a bounce back day, said Sam Stovall, chief investment strategist at CFRA Research. So stocks tend to pop after a drop. Whenever the market goes down, the stock market has a history of rebounding. It always have done so. So he said, that's what's happening. So we have to wait and see what happens tomorrow, because there could be a possibility that investors think, you know what, we really need to take some money off the table to digest some of these gains. That could happen too. Stocks ran up, and some of these big time investors may take some gains because a lot of money was actually made today. You never know. So stocks sold off on Friday after a weaker than expected jobs report that featured heavy revisions to May and June's employment figures. Soon after the release, President Donald Trump fired the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics. He fired him. Trump on later said he'd be naming a new BLS commissioner in the coming days. Ouch. That sucks. So jitters about Trump's new modified tariff rates further rattled markets. Trump signed an executive order late last week that updated his reciprocal tariffs on dozens of U.S. trading partners, ranging from Syria to Taiwan, with updated duties ranging from 10 to 41%. So with little on economic data front this week, investors will be eyeing a trade development between the U.S. and China after senior officials from both countries met in Stockholm, Sweden last week. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent told CNBC Thursday that we have the markets of a deal. We have the makings of a deal. So investors are also looking ahead to new earnings for this week. Palantir is set to post results after the close on Monday, and AMD is slated to report Tuesday. So the market is braced for a historically weak month. August is the worst month for the Dow Jones Industrial Average in data going back to 1988. And the second worst for the S&P 500 and Nasdaq Composite, according to Stock Traders Almanac. Okay, we see what happens in August. Yeah, and that's pretty much it, people. I mean, the market's clawed back. And we're going to see what Palantir and AMD reports, soon. Yeah, give me a second. And it says here, Palantir tops 1 billion in revenue for the first time, boosting guidance. Ooh, I have me some Palantir stock. That is a great thing. So I just had to look it up. Yeah. Palantir's Q2 revenue surges 48% to strike $1 billion. That's a lot of money. Do you want $1 billion? I want $1 billion. Give me some money. So the artificial intelligence software provided, grew 48%. The software analytics company also seen a boost from President Donald Trump's focus on cutting government costs. Okay, Palantir. So yeah, look that up, people. Yeah, so the stock price may go up tomorrow. So let's see what some stocks did today. Nvidia had a nice day. It gained $6.28. Closing out at $180. Yeah. I'll take that. My information technology ETF, FTEC, gained $4.46 today, closing out at $205.12. That was nice. Palantir gained $6.39 today, closing out at $160.66. Tesla gained $6.63 today, closing out at $309.26. My S&P 500 ETF, SPLG, gained $1.10 today, closing out at $74.25. Broadcom gained $9.08 today, closing out at $297.72. Amazon lost $3.10 today, closing out at $211.65. Apple gained 97 cents today, closing out at $203.35. So yeah, that's pretty much it, people. That's it. So I'm going to end this video, finish my coffee, and get out of here. As always, get out of debt, people. Get out of debt. Debt is ruining people's lives. Debt makes you feel like, what's the purpose? What's the point? Because you don't have control over your money because it's going to all these bills. And a lot of these bills, most of us created for ourselves by the use of credit card, by taking out personal loans, student loans, buying too much car, having car debt, right? I mean, people out here now have $800 and $1,000 car notes. They own $35,000, $50,000 cars, and then they only make $40,000 to $50,000 a year. That is interesting, to say the least, right? We have to start making more and better financial decisions and get out of debt, because debt is keeping you from investing into the stock market, keeps you from investing into yourselves, keeps you from investing into real estate, just living a more abundant and stress-free life. So get out of debt. And the only way you can get out of debt is by creating a budget. You have to create a budget. You have to create a plan. And that's the thing. A lot of us are not taught how to create a plan or how to budget, right? So you have to create a budget to start telling your money where to go. So you take your income after taxes, however much money you have coming in each month, and you start subtracting your debt. Like, how much is your light bill, your water bill? Well, your light bill and water bills, those are just your bills. But you start subtracting your debt, like your car payment, your mortgage payment, your rent, well, that's not debt, but you know what I mean. I'm tired, people. Either way, you take the money that you have coming in each month after taxes, and you start subtracting how much money you have going out towards your debt and your living expenses. There you go. And if it's more than the income that you have coming in, that's a problem. Or if you have little to no money left over to invest or to save, that is a problem. So you may need to cut back on some things. And also, I guarantee you, if you create a budget, you will find extra money, because there are a lot of us that are doing extracurricular activities when we don't need to be. We go out to eat and we do entertainment more than we should. Make your own coffee instead of going to Starbucks. So there are many things that can be done to cut back on your expenses and find money to go towards your debt, right? So either way, once you get out of debt, you start investing 15% of your income back into retirement or into a retirement plan. You create an emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of living expenses. If you have kids, put money away for your kids' college fund. And if you have a mortgage, now you can start tackling your mortgage. If you don't have a mortgage, and save up to 20%, put that down on that home. You know, your mortgage payment should not be no more than 25% of your take-home pay. That is what I truly believe. That is what I've learned by listening to Dave Ramsey. It puts you in a very safe place, right? And you finance that home for 15 years so that you can pay it off sooner and avoid paying all of that interest. Because that's how banks make money. They give you these loans, then they charge you interest payments on those loans. That's how they make money. The same with credit cards. And you're wondering why your balance on your credit card isn't going down, because your interest is probably 24%. Anyway, so get out of debt, people. Disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. So any and all information on my channel is for entertainment purposes only, just expresses my opinion. But before you get too far into that, like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Let me know what you think, if you think anything at all. I'm a little backwards today because I'm tired. So yeah, but continue to invest, people. Hopefully none of you pulled your money out of the stock market because of what happened last week, especially on Friday when things were going down. That's just the nature of the beast. That's the stock market. It's up one day, it's down the next, then it goes up like today, and tomorrow it could go down. But that's why you should be in it for the long haul, so you can ride those waves and come out on top at the very end. So yeah, sorry, you guys take care, have a blessed day, peace.